Enra, yeah, the story Ebremo say World Bank for omo boss owo Ghana no. Wababe kasa. Na uti nsemu a woka o say ahokyere aba Ghana for so. O say extreme poverty has increased among Ghanaians. Now I use the opportunity to talk about personal experience. Omo ameni omuko school na nkrofo aminim and Ghanaians senior sisi and nkrofo enhu so. Na Ghana for aba betre omo adwen. And our first time we have subscribing na click the notification bell so comment box ni mo. Your YouTube channel, your TikTok account ewo ho. Click na follow and ye dibia to mo a trese nkrofo hwepanya asem kitwa. Yenko we di comment here the Ghana for eba bekan ewo asem we eho. But we are made the story never to us and then you listen to because that story now me kind of people need to listen to it. We free William Henry doctor into medical doctor aqua medical I say kick this very corrupt, selfish, incompetent, clueless government out now. Period. Emulate Sri Lanka now. As some can Georgia sorry they nearby. Shilo say some of us abroad wish we could start businesses in Ghana, but the very people we want to help destroy our efforts. Stealing and corruption is endemic in the society, so people pack up and return abroad. That is an issue that needs to be addressed. Don't destroy the business that fits you. And listen, what you are saying, it is the truth. It is the truth. I'm not going to lie to you. Me melodies amiti hakrano. Maza. For those who know and know, say aside we know the other thing I do is I have a farm. And the crano enye easy. Sometimes what phobia jumemwa every month utianeka. Also providing a juma eduane ene nyama as a farm owner no one day wa ni pakun na say o okon ni kroma ba na bibie si wo fie nti boss so de ma me advance na me ko kroma ba ye say me bibie wu nti me ko na masanso ababiom oboa oji sika no ojane man tin sun yo waji advance we jane okọ nso ebe ye say oh okay we ye juma ma me na atorenchem aba bibie si nti no odi okọ aba o si okọ beba 2 days time 3 days time odi man advance na kobra masa okọ. There was a point in time, and let me tell you this story. There was a point in time I wanted to that time na me cabbage farming, and I didn't know anything about it, so I wanted to do it on the I no kran yankopon na boy so me nya on the small scale for now until na me no 1 acre cabbage farm. Me say sa cabbage farm 1 acre na me ye na tie for me nya cabbage ba kumpo ejumaefo a e wo say eye ejuma wo cabbage farm ne so no etie for me se me nya cabbage ba kumpo sika ni na ahye me lusu bibia sika ni na ahye nti ene de no kre aside everything else Ghana for na ngasa no uye Ghana ni na obi ejuma it's sad ti amende se obebie other business na unya time nti na hu na obi na ehwe so ma no me ama chale that thing no nti na no Sarayebo say this World Bank is part of our problem because they keep on giving this government all the time and the money is not being used to help the Ghanaians and they keep on giving to them. Exactly. Sarayebo de okana no. Nyameko or say forget about them. These same people will go and vote for NPP. And as Simplicity Veka said, that is what I'm thinking of. They will still vote for them. Is it juju or what? And as user Ebeka says, simplicity, tribalism. The truth must be still say nothing is free, Ghanaians. Nash Donko say, please, Melodies, ask the World Bank country director, Mr. Laporte, that if he knows Madame Suzanne Laporte, she was formerly Canadian ambassador to Ivory Coast, or does he relate to that woman? Okay. And the truth must be told, say, so what does he want to do? Wasia Benku. Hey, Foster essay. So these are the comments coming through. Yengo tie story na Emma comment we. Eba no yengo tie story number. When we are talking about real issues Ghanaians are facing, I'm going to speak about this, and then we also have a message for the World Bank boss. World Bank boss, sorry. Nani say World Bank for country director boss our Ghana. Your friend Pierre Frank Laporte. Na wababa nti nsema baba tuja say no kwan nyame nimni. Ohwe senia Ghana Sisiano, ahotre esi nipa so no. Ekosro dodo. Extreme poverty has increased among Ghanaians. That is a first no omo ananka omo ye adefo sisia omo aba bedane ahiafo. Hey, listen, I'll tell you a story. Melodies amity. Hey, listen. Me say so one in for let me say the story before we read this. One in for ako school. Hey, say mo amotie me mo adamfo bia or middle 30s and early 30s. Unim obia or in the middle 30s and early 30s and uwo nua bi uwo babi a wo sa age na wo. Me sre fa phone na friend ne bi sa say wa bra bo wo Ghana ho no etesen. Oni onamfofo amoni omo wie school no etesen. Just this week ago, nkrofo ye me down for me namfofo ameka say we me ni ko school me ni yese me ni yese. Just this week 4 enkwa na afremia omo ka se chale me ni edwuma bia wo ho ma omo ana me ni edwuma bia wo baby ma omo ana 4 enro na ba ko frame say chale me to me ni edwuma bia ma no let me say una you the 4th person I frame ya obi sam edwuma o obi sam say me to me ni edwuma ma o ena me share that year we say senior obi e bi sam edwuma no na to say e bia nyankopon pese me share say me bie edwuma na me fa nkrofo asema me ka tre no but me wie na me dwen asem na me ka say Charlie, it is serious o. It is serious. 4 people 4 nkwa. Because you see, the way ye juma na ye tia na 1,000 cedis a month and na 1,000 and them Ghana be so ne he. Obia early 30s, middle 30s. Nanka by this time. Nanka na bra bono wa ye okay e won ne car ba ko bi dem. Nanka by this time wa worry awo baba ko bi a wo hwe no. Enle 30 years, 35 years on yen aware ho kra because the obedi kra na ayedin. Masa, me say in namfofo a wo mo aware. Let me say this, in namfofo a wo mo aware. Nanka first no mo ya defo kra no. And wo ho no mo afro, Charlie bro. I dey beg you. Minya 2,000 bi. Charlie enkoyi kra o. Why feel hunso, misumi hunso. Akola kitwan. Hey! Sometimes you be like, hey, Charlie. It's sad. It's a man that the only hope I'm bebuno enya and they say, obe free Ghana. Charlie, the current situation we live in, inti say, oh, you're a politician. Na owa abaimu. Na oba na on Kenyans assembly now be katre Ghana for we've created 2 million jobs and we've created 1 million jobs and since in Nkrumah time obi aniwa we bi anwuma te say yen won na senya mo ho ye yin no won ye nya bo krank e be hwe mutrim because on the grounds the way people are suffering. And probably maybe I don't need to say this. Maybe madam for bibeti be ndrechi madam for na me oye me roommate first year KNUST me roommate KNUST first year. Endra me wo oyobi a omba temada omba enkrinda omba temakrada. Me wo na ofre me aden ya Charlie onam kwan so batema o. Na me say enumre enra o endra echi enumre onan kwan so obatema nti odu a ndi obefre me. Na me say na obi a wo tetakwa o be den wo enemra na ye wo first year no na ne papa ye gold in sensem nti ono de minim so ono de e nkra na o kakra to ono de na asem ade bia me kan say wo de we school dia say o papa gold business ne de ono na na ekwa because na ne papa ye e na ni nuan so ye but ono so na o so ye e no ka say da bi obi ku school e no de ba school e na ehia wo ke university nti e say na o takwa de enwumre ba ne sa wo be peden wotema Charlie ejuma ya ohwehwe ejuma onye ejuma ena Charlie obi akatre ne se ejuma bi wotema nti no wombra no me kakra na ejuma ne kra na nhyeda anya ejuma yebetia ne sika papa bia a month sika wo benya no endu 1,000 cedis po e wana me say obi a wote takwa ye wie school university de dada we ejuma endu 1,000 cedis mpo ena wo eno hu nti wo free takwa batema ba beye na say his situation has been dire to the point where wahwehwe adwuma wonya inti kakra bia wono kra nim say enhye da enso enikra no besom saa em say say na say wo de na obi anim say wo de gold o say chale bema gold ni de adwuma na say yo o ma say adwuma na ma popi ni obi anti chale say obi ehu ne ho anu so obi a find any way ti me free okra ba be hyetema hakra me de so ni obi anim me wa anti adwuma ni me ya em say university graduate o and ejuma na wo ye ne kra no it is not even related to his field. Ejuma na say glass in sem yo mu betwitwa glass bi na dien but no ade a wo ye wo university pa like technology biotech course kese okwa brochi a course kese biotech engineers a kese na me say Charlie bro, I nearly cried. This is the situation people are going through in this country. Graduates are going through in this country. Oni ni da so wo bebia. Oni mo bia wa brochi a obeba be fanako. This is what people are going through in this country. It is the World Bank for Ebabeka say extreme poverty has increased among Ghanaians. It is no joke. But you get the politicians like Baumia Dems and Akufo Addo and say, yes, Akufo Addo, Aqua Command podium. And some more can say, and Omo ye napkuf nini na sisi and Yamo Mababe than a Greek. And I'm say, Papa, we only ferry has no shame. Napkuf 4 year to about 2020. O promise you omo. So still omo be ye to aba omo to aba ne ma o wie ya na o cancel napko up till now still won't ya omo ye. And you have the effrontery to go and sit somewhere and still be mentioning their names. You read the story no. I'm getting carried away by this, but listen, it is no joke. It's no joke. Where sorry. Me opinion sorry. In mebunu side no me opinion sorry. Me a youth leader sorry. Na kwa sorry de bia won. And le kwa sorry crowd say again because kwa sorry de bia say wo pay extra money share ho. Obi beba be swingu na so. As enya sorry no sorry ni sika no nso nipa entumi mbo nipa kro no. Eye wo leader ne beba ho. Obeba ba be swingu na so. Ida say ejuma asem osi leader mesre ejuma wo ejuma we omo lay off ene den 2 weeks ni yenko ejuma me de medi cry asem tiende wo kwa asore kra na you need to take extra money because obi beba be esungu so tama wo kwa asore kra o feel say mu ni sika kra on pese obekwa asore uni sika on pese obekwa asore because unim say ye den obi asem bi ebeye omobo ema at least o de se unya kra na sa ade no 100 bi o de bema no na o de akwa akodidi because in some work and not say the whole week we about dry fasting and ye wo ni me you are the leader of the youth and ye he wenim e wa sorry ho obeka se unfi omo what will you do? Charlie, the youth of this country, it is not easy. I am telling you, the youth of this country ain't easy. Me see a net. Unimobia will make 5,000 cedis a month. Krana on. Kwana unin kokasa na he. Abeka chose Charlie 5,000 ekran soon. 5,000 ekran soon. Amende nipe trima ye den by force because they be every single angle obi ebisa. Every single angle umeta only call JSS obisa the only call SS obisa the only call university obisa enye se nipa ko ne radio enye se nipa ko ne ye asresrefo nipa ko ne obi anka onim se we odi ne ho pan ni odi ne ho ni but emu aye den otu ne niko bibia emfa. I see the World Bank country director, Pierre Laporte, has disclosed the impact of galloping inflation in 2022 on general living standards, especially among the vulnerable segments of society. He stated that the number of Ghanaians living in extreme poverty has increased since last year, more than a fourth of the population presently living on 24 Ghana cedis daily, which comes up to less than $2. Ghana's recent inflationary spike had hit purchasing power of affected households, especially because their incomes had not increased in consumerate terms with inflation. It's expected that the current economic woes the country has endured may have pushed many more Ghanaians into poverty, and food insecurity worsened by the last quarter of 2022 when inflation was at its peak. All that. But you see, the way forward on how the government can record the recovery in the current state of affairs, he called for structural reforms to bolster efforts at long-term growth prospects and economic consolidation in economic terms. When in economic terms, but and you see, so our World Bank directors, or one of the same way, or China, no more the finance ministry now, na finance ministry and the economy is recovering, and we've done the best. No money out, no money na or more and they can't tell them the truth. See for Montreal, your comment box, no more,